Good afternoon, everyone. It is time for Jacksonville Icemen hockey here on JacksIcemen.com and ECHL.tv. Arlie Johnson with you this afternoon as the Icemen look to make it a 3-game sweep over the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. This is the third game in as many days between these two clubs, all here in Jacksonville. The Icemen winning 2-1 on Friday night, winning 3-1 last night. And the man who has picked up the victories in both of those games is in goal again today. It's Austin Lotz. What a week he has had. His overall record now 9-5-1-1. 2 shutouts, including one on Wednesday night, a 1-0 victory over South Carolina. Lotz's goals against average now 2.83, save percentage of 90.2%. And you got to think that a good performance here will have Austin Lotz well on his way to being named the ECHL Goaltender of the Week. Out of the 27-team league, he has been sensational this week. For Greenville, newcomer in goal for them, it's number 1, Zoltan Hatinyi. This will be his third appearance for Greenville, but his first start. He came in relief on a couple of occasions. He has an official record of 0-0-1. Goals against average 3.92, save percentage 88.7%. He's played just over 100 total minutes, neither of them in a starting effort. Told he's an unorthodox goalie, and we'll see if that does hold true today. Your referee, same as it was yesterday, it's Olivier Gouin, Brendan Collier, and Caleb Herbert ready for the drop of the puck. Herbert was suspended for yesterday's game after launching a puck over the protective netting and into the seats on a dead whistle on Friday night. So I imagine he's going to be a little cranky out there today. He is Greenville's leading scorer, 42 points in 31 games. With Collier, it will be Tanner Eberle on the left wing, Bobby McIntyre on the right side. Puck is down. Greenville controls. Here we go. Welcome to this first Sunday game of the year here at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. There will be 3 of them total. The other 2 both in the month of February as the puck is in the neutral zone and Greenville has possession. It's Matt Propavesis for Joe Hauk. Give and go to Propavesis. Looking for Herbert at the right wing side. Herbert had his stick slashed out of his hands, and it's going to be a penalty against Jacksonville. Hard to argue it. There's evidence right there on the ice with a stick broken right in 2. Tanner Eberle is going to go into the box for slashing just 23 seconds into this game. So a power play here for Greenville. In the early going, they are 8th overall in the league on the power play. 18.9%. They have allowed 7 shorthanded goals. Jacksonville's penalty killing up to 16th now in the league at 82.2%. And it is the Swamp Rabbits winning the draw. Herbert looks like as an extra forward is out there at the right point. Tries to center. Shot towards goal is blocked. Rebound is cleared by Critchlow. Hatinyi will leave the puck for Joe Hauk. And Greenville is going with 4 forwards and just the 1 defenseman, which is Joe Hauk. As they try to generate a little offense, Greenville has only had 2 goals in these 2 games. 1 on Friday, 1 on Saturday, and that's been it. Also 1 in their previous game before they came here to Jacksonville. Puck ends up deflecting into the corner. Eli Lichtenwald penalty killing on his backhand. Chips it off the boards at the blue line. Is it in the zone still? They're saying it's still in the zone, and Greenville has an opportunity. Shot goes wide of the net. Nevins picks it up. Wrister on net. Save made by Austin Lotz. The faceoff will be to his left-hand side. Eli Lichtenwald had an opportunity to clear the puck. It went off the glass. Had it gone over the head of Hauk, I think it might have been a breakaway shorthanded for Jacksonville. But Hauk jumped up into the air, caught it with his glove, brought it down to the ice, and it kept the play onside and created that opportunity for the Swamp Rabbits. Critchlow against Sean Bates on this draw. Garrett Hunt, the other penalty killer for the Icemen. Critchlow wins it. Savage to the right side. Stolen there. Centering pass and a score. Sean Bates gets the goal. Power play goal, just 1:16 into the contest. And it is 1-0 Swamp Rabbits. Greenville stole the puck behind the Jacksonville net. It was Evan Jasper who got the steal, and Bates was all alone to put it in on the power play. So for the first time this week, Jacksonville falls behind at all. They haven't trailed all week until right now. 1:16 the time of the goal. Jasper, I believe, is going to get the only assist on that goal from Sean Bates, his first of the season, just his third game for Greenville. It is just the one assist as Greenville gets another steal. Shot on goal, Lotz makes another save, so it is the Swamp Rabbits who have the initial push here in this game. And they convert on the power play early on. Jacksonville hasn't trailed since last Saturday. It's been a while. I was in a loss all the way up in Manchester, New Hampshire. Roster move for tonight. I shouldn't say roster move. Lineup change tonight. It's the better way to put it. Jimmy Lodge, who we noticed during the game yesterday, was no longer on the bench. He is ill. That's why he left yesterday, and he is not in the lineup tonight. So scratch number 14 today, I should say. Garrett Klotz is in the lineup, number 5 for Jacksonville. Swamp Rabbits win the face-off. Wrist shot goes wide to the short side post. Off the end boards, it's Dejan Mingo playing it up the boards. Kotick holds in, shot towards net, blocked by Savage and cleared out to center. Flanagan moves it cross ice for Brendan Kotick. Forechecking is Josh Erickson. Flanagan again on the left, feeding for Basaraba out of the zone. To the left wing, it's Evan Jasper, who will backhand into the corner, right side of Austin Lotz. Jacksonville loses it to Basaraba. Behind the net for Jasper. Shouldered into the boards by Kyle Shapiro. Jasper sticks with it, kicks it onto his stick, turns to his forehand side. Shapiro holding him up. Lichtenwald looked like he got slew-footed a little bit inadvertently. Jacksonville does get the loose puck. Fawcett will play it out to center ice, but that is it. Greenville gets another steal. Carter Sandlack right in front of his own bench, leaving it for Kotick. Kotick forehanding in, cross ice. Lotz will play it behind the net, feeding it for Travis Jake around the opposite wall for McIntyre. Three-man attack, ahead for Eberly. It's just out of his reach, and Sova will take over for the Swamp Rabbits behind his own net. Deflected puck, but the Swamp Rabbits do get it out to center. Travis Jake turns and fires into the Greenville bench, it looks like, so the faceoff will come into the Swamp Rabbit end with 17:15 to go. Collier, Eberly. Actually, Collier, they're both going to head to the bench. It's going to be a line change here from Jason Christie. As the home team, you're allowed to change your line second. Visiting team has to change their lines first. If the home team wants to change after that, they can. And that's what they did. I don't know if this is a matching lines kind of situation, but that is what happened there. Swamp Rabbits win the draw. Elgin Pierce, who had the game-winning goal last night in the opening minute of the third period, he's on the ice as Greenville plays into the Jacksonville end. Daly leaving it there for Cam Critchlow. Critchlow for Dines. Chipping it off the wall, ahead for Garrett Hunt. Hunt scored the first Jacksonville goal in each of the last 3 games. On the other 3 occasions, it gave Jacksonville a 1-0 lead. That would not be the case today as Critchlow takes it over the blue line. Left side of Hitini. Behind the net is Critchlow on his backhand. Plays it off the wall for Chris Dines at the left point. Wrist shot is deflected into the corner. Garrett Hunt takes it there for the Icemen. Cycling work done for Elgin Pierce. To the line, it's Dines. Wrist shot, save made by Hitini. He didn't look all that comfortable making the save as Greenville clears it out. Could be icing. It is wide of the net, so it will be icing. It was close to the post, but it did go wide, and the draw will come into the Swamp Rabbit end. 1-0 Greenville. 16:20 to go in the first period. Eli Lichtenwald with Josh Erickson and Tyson Fawcett. This is the third line here for the Icemen tonight. And I will probably say the word tonight about, I don't know, a couple dozen times this afternoon. Bear with me, folks. These day games are just tough to get used to. Greenville winning the draw. It is Jack Nevins forehanding in. Lotz will play it himself, rimming it around the glass towards the blue line. Propavesis holds in, fakes the shot, goes to Haukenstead, cross ice. Propavesis gets it back, takes the shot this time. It is blocked by Erickson and kicked out to center ice. Great work by number 23 in black as Lichtenwald brings it the rest of the way behind the Greenville net. Patini playing it around the wall. Mingo pinches in, holds it behind the net. Propavesis first on it for Greenville. On his forehand, long lead pass, going to be a breakaway for Walsh. Walsh forehand save is made by Austin Watts, keeping this at 1-0 as Jacksonville gets it towards the blue line. It's not out yet. Savage now chips it ahead for Tyson Fawcett, and that is a huge save for Austin Watts, keeping this a manageable 1-goal deficit. Puck goes into the Greenville bench as it's cleared away by Jacksonville, but that's a memorable save there from Austin Watts on the breakaway from Shane Walsh. Walsh had Greenville's only goal yesterday. Almost connected for the second time in less than 24 hours as you look at the replay. Tried to go 5-hole, but Watts was there. Going down butterfly style. It stays 1-0. Greenville clears in. Watts will touch the puck behind the net for Travis Jake. Around the wall, off the dasher, held in at the blue line. Evan Jasper into the corner. Jake takes the body on him. Jasper spins away from Jake. Jake sticks with him. Trying to kick it loose is Travis Jake. Loose for Basaraba for Greenville. Moving it to the blue line, it's Kotick. Wrist shot goes well wide. Off the backboards, it's Collier ahead for McIntyre. Chipping it off the boards, Klotz and Kotick in a race. Kotick will win that race by a stride, and it's Kotick at his own blue line. Cross ice for Jasper. Wrist shot goes wide to the far post, all the way to the right point for Basaraba, who whistles it into an open corner. Kyle Shapiro taking it there with Wade Murphy on his tail. Shapiro works it free for Jake. Chipping it off the glass, Garrett Hunt can't clear yet. Sova holds in. It's been all Greenville so far in this game. Shapiro playing it for McIntyre. Off the wall, looking for Hunt. Can't find the angle with it. Sova takes over. Cross ice pass. Pierce, nearly too many men on the ice. They might call it. They are going to call it. Too many men on the ice against the Icemen. It was close. I see why Olivier Gouin made the call. Elgin Pierce had just stepped onto the ice. The man who he was replacing was not on the bench yet, and Pierce touched the puck. Can't argue with it. And Jacksonville is going to be down a man for the second time today. It was a bang-bang play, but I think the right call there by Olivier Gouin. And Greenville will have their second power play. They already connected on their first one. They're 1-for-1. So a big penalty kill here for Jacksonville. They do win the faceoff. Tim Daly, plenty of time and space to forehand it off the kick plates and back behind the Greenville net. Shots on goal. Swamp Rabbits with 6 and Jacksonville with just 1 right now. They would love to pressure the net of Zoltan Hatinyi, but first things first, got to kill this penalty. Caleb Herbert takes it over the blue line, right wing circle. Dines forces him behind the net. Great body check by Dines as well. Hunt takes the body on Walsh, getting it up behind the net for Herbert. Herbert looks to center, plays it for the blue line for Hauk. Basaraba, top of the left circle. Pass is deflected. Critchlow can't quite clear, though. Hauk holds it in. Cross ice pass. Herbert will take it off the boards at the right point. Greenville again going with 4 forwards on this power play. Nevins' centering pass goes towards the blue line, poked away and out of the zone by Critchlow. Hauk gets it back at center ice for Herbert on the right wing side, chipping it ahead for Nevins. On his backhand, save is made by Watts, and he will take the face off to his left side. 1:03 remaining in period number 1. It's Greenville 1, Jacksonville nothing. Line change for both teams here. Greenville again, a pretty good power play. They have Caleb Herbert back after missing yesterday, although he's not on the ice right now. Collier taking this face off for the Icemen. He wins it. It goes behind the net for Mingo. He will turn and fire at the length of the ice. Collier going in deep to forecheck, forcing Propavesis to choose the left wing side. Collier peels off. It's Bates to the right for Jasper. Those two connected for the first goal. They're looking to do it again. Centering feed by Bates off the goaltender stick of Austin Watts. Greenville still has it. Propavesis for Kotick. One-timer whistled wide on the play. Brendan Kotick has a wicked one-timer, but he missed the net that time, and it goes all the way back behind the Greenville net. 26 seconds to go on their power play. Jasper is onside over the blue line. Trying to chop it away from him is Scott Savage. Behind the net for Bates. Bates for Greenville. Using the corner for Sandlak. Opposite corner now. It's Jasper to the right point for Propavesis. Propavesis for Jasper. Backhand feed for Bates. Looks to center. Throws it in front. Is it in? Score. It's a 2-0 game. I don't know how it got underneath Austin Watts, but it did. Somewhere behind the net, that puck is in, and it's a 2-0 lead for Greenville. Another power play goal. See if we can find what happened on the replay here. It went off a Jacksonville skate and ended up in the net. Went off Dejan Mingo's skate, I think somewhere between the legs of Austin Watts. And the Swamp Rabbits now 2 for 2 on the power play. And I think it's going to be Bates again. Not intended to be a shot that time, but it's a goal. And it's 2-0 with 2 power play goals. This one's going to be at 7:39 of period number 1. So Jacksonville looking for some life here in this third game in as many days. The Icemen do keep the puck in the zone in the Greenville end. They've had no pressure on net just yet. Swamp Rabbits have the puck. It's Chad Duchesne. Wing to wing to the right side. Over the blue line is Flanagan. For Murphy, wrist shot deflected out of play by Shapiro. And we will have a media timeout here, but it's 2-0 Greenville. Jacksonville slow out of the chute today, giving up a pair of power play goals. Tonight's game brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 30th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to thank the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, official signage provider; BFL Canada and Sutton Special Risk, sponsor of the 2018 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; the Migray Group, your source for game-worn jerseys; CCM Hockey, the official on-ice equipment provider; Ephesus Lighting, the preferred lighting partner of the ECHL; Geico, the official auto insurance of the ECHL; Sherwood Hockey, the official puck provider; Sports Tape, the official sports tape provider; Warrior, the official performance sportswear provider; Sweat X, the official laundry detergent and odor eliminator of the ECHL; and the Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider of the ECHL. Catch all the live league action by logging on to ECHL.tv, and be sure to download the ECHL mobile app for Android and Apple handheld devices. Going to that last goal to Sean Bates, his second of the game, his second of the season. Evan Jasper gets his second assist of the season, and add an assist to Matt Propavesis this time too. And Jacksonville's getting outshot 8-1, getting outscored 2-0. Faceoff is in the Icemen zone. They do win the draw. Tanner Eberle chips it into the corner. It's Bobby McIntyre first on the puck. McIntyre playing it around the wall for Eberle. Looking for Collier, but Herbert takes it away on his backhand side. Eberle takes the body. Great hit. Going towards the blue line. Can Shapiro hold it in? Yes, excellent play for Jake. Looking in front. It is deflected off a skate up high, and Greenville will skate it out of the zone. Crowd trying to get into it a little bit here too as the Icemen have possession. Collier avoids a double team, trying to work it ahead for Travis Jake. Taken away by Walsh. Shane Walsh for Joe Hauk up the left side. It's Nevins over the blue line by himself. Wrist shot goes over the glass and out of play. It was deflected, and it's going to be an offensive zone draw for the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. So Jacksonville looking to find a way back into this one. And what is a pretty important game for them in terms of a playoff push here in the second half of the season. Going into the games today, the Icemen still in last place, but only 7 points out of fourth place. Fourth place would be the final playoff spot in the South Division. Right now, things not looking good for the Icemen in terms of their game here, but still a lot of time left. Greenville wins the draw. A wrist shot is blocked in front. Goes into the slot. Turnaround shot, and Lotz makes a stick save. Jacksonville not really there defensively. Austin Lotz has had to make a couple of saves along with the 2-0 deficit, and we've got a whistle and a stoppage in play. What's the call here? Is there a second puck on the ice? Oh, the puck apparently went off the netting. Was there a second puck in the netting? That's interesting. So a puck came off of the netting and landed on the ice. It's going to be an offensive zone draw for Greenville. They win it. Duchesne forehanding it behind the Jacksonville net. Daly trying to take it away from Wade Murphy. Kicking it onto his stick is Cam Critchlow for the Icemen. Spinning to his left, feeds for Garrett Hunt, then Tim Daly. Daly gains center ice before slamming it right off the linesman. Man, he is banged up, but Jacksonville still has the puck. It's Garrett Hunt with a forehand that is blocked. Moving it for Pierce, who can't get the shot away. He was in prime position, but couldn't get the shot off. Going towards the blue line, Chris Dines holds it in. Greenville with the steal now, and they will work it out 2-on-2 through the Jacksonville zone. Tim Daly with a steal. Hopefully that linesman is okay as the Icemen take it over the blue line. By himself is Elgin Pierce, gets it to Lichtenwald. Lichtenwald with a wrister, blocked in front, never reached the net. Garrett Klotz is on the ice, trying to create a bit of a physical presence here. Klotz behind the Greenville net. Somebody lost a stick, not sure who it is. It was Klotz who lost his stick, and that allows the Swamp Rabbits to take possession. Trying to get a lead pass for Jasper, but it's out of his reach, and it will be icing against the Swamp Rabbits. 9:53 to go, and Chris Williams hopefully is okay because he took that clearing attempt from Tim Daly, which is a wind-up slapper, I think right off of his forearm. Not a whole lot of padding below the elbow, but he's gutting it out. Lichtenwald, Klotz, and Fawcett are your forwards here. The Twin Towers on the ice together as the Swamp Rabbits win the draw. Klotz takes the body on Brendan Kotick. See if this game gets a little physical. The previous two games were the furthest thing from physical, which is a little unusual for Jacksonville, who leads the South Division in penalty minutes. Last I checked, I think they were second overall in the ECHL in penalty minutes logged. Greenville has the puck in the offensive end. It's Kotick with a slap shot deflected high off the glass. What a play by Austin Watts. Man, what a tricky play that was. The slap shot was deflected high behind the net. It went off the glass, kicked off the glass just over the crossbar. Austin Watts had to reach over his shoulder, then kind of backhand it with the glove right at the crossbar. And he was able to freeze it with that glove. If he doesn't catch that, it could easily bounce off of him into the net. If he doesn't catch it, it could also end up right in the top of the crease. Well done there by Austin Watts. But they are still down by a score of 2-0. Midway through the first period, fans, be sure to check out ECHL.TV, the live streaming destination for the 2017-18 season. Catch all the latest live action from across the premier AA Hockey League, including multi-game high-definition view and playback functionality on both your PC and mobile devices, as well as on Apple TV, Chromecast, and Amazon Fire TV. Visit ECHL.TV today to get into the game and never miss the action. Jacksonville looking for signs of life in this matinee game, trailing 2-0 midway through the first. They've given up 2 power plays. They've allowed 2 power play goals. That's your difference right now. The Icemen still only have 1 shot on net. Jacksonville does win the draw in their own zone. It's Shapiro ahead from McIntyre, backhanding it up the boards. Can Eberle get there? He will tap it away from Propavesis behind the Greenville net. But Jacksonville has not pressured the Greenville goal just yet. Eberle tries to get into the shot towards goal. McIntyre got a piece of it. It ended up going wide. McIntyre, far side boards, cycling it for Eberle, still along the far side wall. Eberle tries to knock it back for Shapiro right at the blue line. They cannot keep it in. Greenville gets the steal. It's Propavesis, wing to wing for Sandlak. Offside is going to be the call. In ahead of the play, looked like was Sean Bates. So we'll have a neutral zone draw here with 8:54 to go in the first period. Jacksonville sending out Garrett Hunt, Cam Critchlow, and Elgin Pierce. Hunt had 1 goal last night. Pierce had 1 goal. Critchlow had 2 assists. Defensive pairing is Tim Daly with Chris Dines. Greenville carries it over the blue line. Pierce tries to dig it free. It's tied up along the boards. Critchlow knocks it loose, getting it behind the net for Dines. Dines skates to his left wing, chipping it out to center ice. Greenville in control, now inside their own blue. Alish Sova up the boards. Nevins pokes it into the Jacksonville end. Dines on it there with Walsh on his tail. Now a double team on Dines, but he does knock it loose for Daly. Now it's Daly who's double teamed. Good forechecking work here done by Greenville. Dines scrambles to get it back for Jacksonville. And he will skate through center ice. Shifting away from Walsh is Dines over the blue line. Ahead for Pierce. Cross ice. It's Critchlow. Forehand. Great save made by Hatigny. His first challenge really of the day as Mingo keeps it in at the right point. Playing it around the boards for Elgin Pierce. Pierce for Lichtenwald. Lichtenwald into the left wing corner. Defended by Duchesne. Ahead for Walsh. Pinching in is Scott Savage, but he can't keep it in either. Greenville moves 2-on-2. Stepping around a man is Nevins. Forehand save is made by Austin Watts on Jack Nevins. Not out yet. Flanagan with a bomb. That goes wide to the far post. Nevins holds it in. Behind the Jacksonville net, Mingo takes over. He loses it. A turnover deep in the zone. Herbert away from Hunt. Looking for Flanagan on his backhand. Turning to his forehand and a score. Sean Flanagan makes it 3-0. A turnaround sharp angle shot, but perfectly placed over the glove of Austin Watts. And with 7:28 to go in the first period, it's now 3-0 Swamp Rabbits. And let's see if we have a goaltender change here. We will. Austin Watts is going to head to the bench. He's had such an incredible week. It's a shame to have this happen here in this first period, allowing 3 goals in the opening 12:32. So Colton Finney is going to come in for the Icemen after Sean Flanagan just scored his very first goal of the season. Colton Finney coming in for the Icemen in relief of Austin Watts. Finney this season, 15 games played. He's got a record of 3-7-1-1. Goals against average of 3.49, save percentage of 87.8%. And I don't know how much of this goaltender change is on Austin Watts and how much of it is on the rest of the team for not performing in front of him. I would say it's more the latter than the former. As Jacksonville gets the puck at center ice, Josh Erickson gives it up to Murphy, but a penalty coming on Josh Erickson. Slashing on the Icemen. And another power play here for the Swamp Rabbits. This has been a nightmarish first period for the Icemen. And I can't argue with any of these penalties. Pretty clear-cut slash by Erickson. So Colton Finney comes in cold and immediately he is shorthanded. Comebacks have to start somewhere. We'll go in baby steps here. Jacksonville needs a penalty kill. Greenville is 2 for 2 on the power play today. And they win the faceoff as well. It's Propavesis at the right point. Tries to play it for Bates, who has 2 goals already today. Into the corner for Jasper. Jasper to the blue line for Propavesis. Tough pass to handle. He will have to track it down at his own blue line. 1:38 to go on the power play for the Swamp Rabbits. Jasper taking it over the blue line. He'll forehand behind the Jacksonville net. Kyle Shapiro along with Travis Jake are your defensemen. Puck comes free, and Eberle will turn and fire at the length of the ice. Line changes for the Icemen. Garrett Hunt staying out there with Cam Critchlow. Tim Daly and Chris Dines are your defenders. Greenville has the puck in no hurry behind their own cage. Joe Hauk lumbering up his end of the ice, gets the blue line, then the red, drops it back, and it moves to Caleb Herbert. Herbert's over the blue line onside. Wrist shot is blocked. It goes to Dines, who will forehand it off the boards and out. Critchlow is going to force Hatigny to play it. He will move it to the blue line for Walsh. Trying to steal it is Chris Dines. He forces Greenville a little deeper. 45 seconds to go on the power play for the Swamp Rabbits. Herbert from center ice. Cross ice for Basaraba. Onside. Daly gets the steal, however, and he'll chop it away and out of the zone. Back behind the Swamp Rabbit net. Another line change for the Icemen here. It's Pearson Lichtenwald penalty killing with 25 seconds to go on the power play. Hauk for Herbert. Herbert's over the blue line. Can't step around Travis Jake. Well defended by Jake. It's not out yet. Bouncing puck. Duchesne gets a leg on it. Jake pokes it free. We've got a whistle. And I believe a hand pass is going to be called against Greenville. So that'll bring the faceoff outside the blue line with 14 seconds to go on the power play. Jacksonville coming into this game had won 5 of their previous 6. They're on their first 3-game winning streak of this season. Greenville, meanwhile, really struggling coming into this game. They were winless in their previous 7, 1 win in their previous 11. They were 1-9-1 in their last 11. But the script has been flipped, at least in the opening period. Greenville leading 3-0 over Jacksonville here. Long lead pass picked off by Jacksonville. Travis Jake turns and fires it back out. And teams are back at full strength. So the Swamp Rabbits now 2 for 3 on the power play today. Jacksonville has not had a power play chance just yet. Lichtenwald looks to get it over the blue line. Offside is going to be called against the Icemen. 4:55 to go in period number 1. Another media timeout here. Coming up in the intermission, we'll go through the standings and tell you what happened last night around the ECHL. Also give you a scoreboard update today. Quite a few matinee games in the ECHL today, and there are some important ones that involve South Division teams that the Icemen are looking to gain ground on. So we'll tell you what's up with that in the intermission. As we show the emoji cam on ECHL.tv. Let's see if these kids can figure it out. Yeah, pretty good there. The whole family's involved in that one. I like it. The emoji cam, definitely a fan favorite. Jacksonville would love to get at least 1 goal in this first period. Try and gain a little momentum going into the locker room. But it has been pretty listless so far in the opening frame for Jacksonville. I would not want to be in the locker room after this period unless Jacksonville can find a way to climb back into it a little bit in this next 4:55. Game is far from over, but they need a fire lit under them. Hasn't happened yet. Jacksonville getting outshot 10-3 right now. The Icemen do get a steal at center ice. Eberle forehands in. He'll get to the puck first as well. Around the wall for Bobby McIntyre. Right wing circle for Collier. Collier kicks it onto his stick. Turns to his backhand side, back to his forehand. Trying to work it away from Jasper, knocking it free for Eberle. Back for Collier in the right wing corner. Collier poking it free for McIntyre. It's Daly stepping in, looking to play it behind the net. Greenville gets the steal, and Basaraba plays it up the left side for Hauk, the defenseman, leading a 2-on-2. Hauk with a centering feed, turnaround shot, save made by Colton Finney. Goes into the corner for Tim Daly, and Finney gets his first touch of the puck, and it was a tester. Jacksonville gets it to center. Greenville in control from there. Murphy got a big hit from Tanner Eberle as he clears in. 4 minutes to go in the first. Jacksonville trails 3-0. Chris Dines standing behind his own cage, waiting for a line change to get completed. And they have everybody on the ice now. It's the second line of Critchlow, Hunt, and Pierce. Pierce has it. He'll forehand into the corner, left side of Hatigny. Brendan Kotick chipping it up the wall. It will be stolen by Critchlow and held in. Driving it behind the net. Take a weird bounce. Flanagan loses it to Garrett Hunt. Hunt for Elgin Pierce. Centering feed. Critchlow, forehand shot. And Hatigny makes the save. It is between his pads, but he didn't look very comfortable there either. Looks very frustrating out there right now because I'm not so sure how comfortable Zoltan Hatigny is. The problem is he really hasn't been tested at all yet. He did make one decent save. It was a left pad save earlier in the period, but other than that, he's had a couple other pucks come his way that just kind of fighting the puck a little bit. So Jacksonville needs some offensive pressure. Just keep firing the puck at the net. See what happens. 3:27 to go in the first. Draws to Hatigny's right. Lichtenwald loses it to Caleb Herbert. Swamp Rabbits play it wing to wing and out to center. Shane Walsh over the blue line. Shapiro steps up, taking the puck away. Travis Jake completes the job and gets it to center ice. Kotick's lead pass moves it to Walsh over the blue line, delayed offside. Jacksonville has plenty of time to gain the puck. Travis Jake ahead for Garrett Klotz. He'll backhand in. Hatigny will play it himself, whipping it around the wall. Lichtenwald tries to hold it in. Greenville has the puck again. Bouncing puck Comes to center ice, and the Swamp Rabbits have it with speed as Herbert getting around one man. Forehand save made by Finney as Herbert tried to go 5-hole. And Jacksonville in transition has a 2-on-2. Fawcett with Klotz, trailer is Dines. Fawcett with a wrist shot, score! Tyson Fawcett puts the Icemen on the board. It's 3-1 with 2:41 to go. And I mentioned it just a minute ago, you have to test this goaltender. That was an easy save. But Zoltan Hatinyi was not up to the task. It was a wrist shot from the top of the right circle, no screen at all, and Hatinyi had it slip through the 7-hole that's between his chest and his blocker side. And a big-time goal there for Tyson Fawcett, putting the Icemen on the board. It is 3-1 at 17:19 of the first period. And that is a goal that most goaltenders would want back. Any goaltender at the ECHL level. That's Fawcett's 7th goal of the season. Excuse me, his 9th goal of the season. Colton Finney with an assist. As Fawcett got the rebound to Finney's save. So the first goaltender point of the season for Jacksonville belongs to Colton Finney. And Jacksonville pressuring again with just over 2 minutes to go. Kyle Shapiro at the right point, and a drive. And a save by Hatinyi, who again does not look strong in there. Tyson Fawcett, his 9th goal, not his 7th. Goal number 9 for Fawcett. And Colton Finney, the only assist at 17:19. So Jacksonville, no doubt about it, just pressure the net. Shots on goal from every direction. They're still being outshot 12-6. Cam Critchlow against Joe Basaraba on this face-off. And it's Basaraba taking it cleanly for Hauk behind the net. Propavesis on his forehand side. Goes off the end boards for Hauk. Long lead pass for Basaraba. Possible 2-on-1. Basaraba centering pass deflected. Turnaround shot. Finney with the save on Murphy's forehand attempt. And Colton Finney has come to play today. I'm not sure if he knew he had to come play today, but he is sharp. And perhaps that goaltender change is exactly what Jason Christie and the Jacksonville Icemen needed. 1:52 to go in period number 1. The Icemen trailing 3-1. Eli Lichtenwald against Evan Jasper on this face-off. Finney in deep in his crease as the Swamp Rabbits win the draw. Propavesis for Hauk. Wrist shot is blocked. It comes to Fawcett, who just scored. He's got Lichtenwald with him. 2-man attack. Fawcett's over the blue line onside. Backhanding it behind the net. It's for Eli Lichtenwald. Lichtenwald turns on one man. Goes to an open corner. Propavesis is there for Greenville. Out of the zone for Joe Hauk. Offensive-minded defenseman. Stood up by Kyle Shapiro. Jasper keeps it in for the Swamp Rabbits. Travis Jake tries to kick it away. 2-on-1 there. Jake plays it around the opposite wing. Nobody there except maybe Josh Erickson. It's not going to be icing here either, as Erickson looks to play it away from Matt Propavesis all the way to the opposite corner, and Erickson got a big hit from Joe Hauk as Greenville cannot clear. Stolen by Collier for Tim Daly. Backhander looking for McIntyre on the deflection. It went wide. Jacksonville keeps it in, however, now in the final minute of play of the period. Collier to the left circle for Daly. Daly cross ice, picked off but not out yet. Forehand save is made by Hatinyi. McIntyre did not get good wood on it. And Hatinyi was able to cover up with 50.6 seconds remaining in the first. Jacksonville with a couple more chances, but they just couldn't put the shot on goal there. Been fighting the puck a little bit here this period. Collier will stay out there with McIntyre and Eberle. Chris Dines and Tim Daly are your point men. Collier will try and win it to Dines. He does cleanly. Left point for McIntyre at the left circle. Winds and fires. Save is made by Hatinyi. Rebound for Eberle, then for McIntyre. To the blue line for Chris Dines. Poking it ahead. Getting it free for Eberle, but not able to pick it up cleanly was Tanner Eberle there. Swamp Rabbits get it back. It's Brendan Kotick with time to skate through center ice. Kotick will backhand into the right side of Finney. He'll leave the puck for Dines. Around the wall, Kotick holds in. Actually, had to jump over a stick and out to center ice. 20 seconds to go in the period as the Swamp Rabbits clear in. Dines has it behind his own net. To the right side for Tim Daly. Daly spins away from Shane Walsh behind his own net. Daly starts the charge with 9 seconds to go in the period. Daly to the left side for Eberle, tapping it over the blue line. Can Critchlow get there? 2 seconds left. Jacksonville is not going to be able to get a shot attempt off, and they will go into the locker room trailing by a pair. It was all Greenville in the opening part of this game. 2 power plays, and they scored on both of them. Sean Bates had both power play goals, scoring at the 1:16 and 7:39 mark of the first period. The Swamp Rabbits increased their lead to 3-0 on Sean Flanagan's first goal of the season at 12:32. But Jacksonville making a bit of a push. Once it went to 3-0, head coach Jason Christie pulled goaltender Austin Watts in favor of Colton Finney, and that seems to have worked so far. The momentum has kind of swung back towards Jacksonville. They did get 1 goal. Tyson Fawcett, his 9th of the year. The goaltender, Colton Finney, had the only assist as he made a save in his end, and Tyson Fawcett went coast to coast the rest of the way for the goal. Fawcett's goal was at 17:19 of period number 1, and that's where we stand. Shots on goal, 13 for the Swamp Rabbits, 8 for Jacksonville, and it is 3-1 Greenville after 1 period of play. We'll take a break and return with about 5 minutes remaining in this intermission. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. Back at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena, Arlie Johnson with you on JacksIcemen.com and ECHL.tv. It is 3-1 Swamp Rabbits after one period of play. Looking at some scores from yesterday, let's first of all talk about last night's games because those were important to Jacksonville. Last night's results, not only with the Icemen winning, but the other games in the South Division could not have worked out any better for the Icemen. As yesterday, the Icemen winning, of course, 3-1, but also in the South Division yesterday, it was the Norfolk Admirals losing. They got shut out at Atlanta 4-0. Also getting shut out was the Orlando Solar Bears. They lost 5-0 last night. And with Greenville being the other team ahead of Jacksonville in the standings, Orlando, Norfolk, and Greenville all losing in regulation yesterday. Those are your 4th, 5th, and 6th place teams. And that allowed the Icemen to jump 2 points on all 3 of them yesterday. Potentially, the same opportunity presents itself today. All of those teams are in action. In fact, all 7 teams in the South Division are playing right now, Sunday afternoon. And looking at the scoreboard, let's see what we have. The Orlando Solar Bears are at Atlanta, just as they were yesterday. Or excuse me, Orlando was in South Carolina yesterday. They are in Atlanta today. Orlando took a 4-0 lead in this game at Atlanta, but since then, the Gladiators have climbed back into it. They've scored 3 unanswered, so Orlando still has the lead, but it is only 4-3 now after 2 periods of play, and it's the Gladiators who have the momentum. A Atlanta victory would certainly help the Icemen in that contest. Also in the South Division, a game that is of notable interest, the Norfolk Admirals are in South Carolina today. They are visiting the South Carolina Stingrays, and early in the second period, it is Norfolk who has the lead this time, 1-0. So as of right now, those scores are not good for Jacksonville, but it is still early, and it's a long season too. We're past the midway point, but there's still a couple months and change to go. But we will certainly keep an eye on those scores. Anytime Norfolk, Greenville, or Orlando are playing, where it's going to be of notable interest. And Atlanta, to a degree as well. That's the 3rd place team in the South Division. As it is in the standings right now, Florida still leads the division with 64 points. 38-1-3 is their record. South Carolina in second, 26 wins, 10 losses, 4 overtime losses, and a shootout loss. Atlanta sits in third, 22 wins, 21 losses, 1 overtime loss, and 2 shootout losses for 47 points. They have a 5-point cushion over 4th place Orlando. It's the Solar Bears right now at 42 points, 18 wins, 19 losses, 5 overtime losses, and a shootout loss for Orlando. In the standings from there, it's Greenville just 2 points behind Orlando with 40 points. It is Norfolk just 2 points behind Greenville with 38 points. And then it's the Icemen, only 3 points behind Norfolk, but more importantly, only 7 points out of 4th place. And 4th place is the playoffs. Top 4 teams in each division in the ECHL make it to the postseason. That is the ultimate goal here. Jacksonville's playing very good hockey, but they need a lot more to be done. But this is as close as they've been to 4th place since early on in the season, so things are on the up and up here for the Icemen. And, of course, we will keep you up to date on all of these scores in the second intermission, too, as teams take back to the ice. Colton Finney staying in net for Jacksonville. Teams will start at full strength. There were 3 power plays in the first period. All of them belonged to Greenville, and they were important because they converted on 2 of them. Even strength, each team has 1 goal today. Tyson Fawcett has the goal for Jacksonville, his 9th of the year. Colton Finney, the goaltender, has the only assist on that goal. And the crowd trying to get the team fired up here to start this second period of play. See if they can complete a comeback here. Down 3-0 at one point. It is 3-1 as we enter the second period. Greenville controls the center ice puck drop. Here we go for period number 2. It's Joe Hauk to the left side for Caleb Herbert. Stepping away from one man, moving it cross ice for Jack Nevins. Chris Dines cannot clear just yet, gets a second attempt at it. He does get it to the red line this time. Propovessis nearly lost it to Collier, but the Swamp Rabbits do drive it into the zone. Finney unable to block behind the net. Dines plays it around the wall for Eberle, looking out to center ice. Can McIntyre beat Hauk to the puck? They can, but it's going to be offside just as Collier was moving in on a breakaway. Bobby McIntyre tried to knock the puck away from Matt Propavesis and hold him up at the same time. He succeeded in doing that, but in the process, he went just over the blue line himself as Brendan Collier picked up the loose puck. Close call, but the right call. And that's unfortunate. I wish I could say different. Brendan Collier was going to be all alone from the blue line in. Critchlow on this face-off against Basaraba. Jacksonville has possession. Jake from the red line trying to forehand in, but it was blocked just inside the line. Jacksonville will have to retreat to their own line to pick it up again. Jake gives it up to Evan Jasper. Tries to knock it ahead for Wade Murphy. Murphy into the far wing boards, half wall. Moving it behind the net for Evan Jasper. Critchlow and Jake both grind him into the glass. 2-on-1 battle there. Second person comes in for Greenville. That is Murphy. Critchlow looks for the steal. Ahead for Shapiro, and Shapiro comes out. Penalty coming on Greenville. Power play for the Icemen coming up. First one of the day. Interference is the call, and Jacksonville has an opportunity to cut the gap to within one. And here it is. Love the matchup on paper. Worst power play against worst penalty kill. But throughout the season series, it has been the penalty kill prevailing. Jacksonville scored on the power play yesterday. Elgin Pierce had a power play goal. But that makes them 1 for 23 against the worst penalty kill in the league in Greenville. Greenville coming in at only 75.8% on the kill. Jacksonville would love to get one closer here. They do win the draw. It's Savage. Cross-ice pass goes off the body of McIntyre to Tim Daly at the right point. Daly for McIntyre. Goes over the glass and out of play. It was deflected. We'll have a face-off still in the Greenville end. It'll be to the left side of Zoltan Hatini, making his first start for the Swamp Rabbits. His third appearance, but his first start. Line change for the Icemen here. Forwards and D-men. Fawcett, Eberle, and Pierce now your forward line. Dejan Mingo is at the right point along the glass. Chris Dines is at the left point. Greenville wins the faceoff. They do not clear. Mingo gloves it down to his stick to keep it in at the right point. For Pierce at the top of the right circle. Cross ice, look for Dines. Wrist shot goes wide of the net to the far post. It's going to go off the boards all the way out to the Jacksonville end. 1.5 minutes to go on this power play. Mingo to the right of his netminder. He'll leave the puck for Chris Dines. It's a nice setup for McIntyre to Dines, but he could not convert on the shot attempt. It went well wide. Mingo forehands it into the zone. Looking for Eberle in the left wing corner. Around the wall to the right point for Mingo. Mingo to the corner for Eberle. Along the boards for Mingo. That was a bad pass. It went behind Mingo all the way back into the Jacksonville end. And Finney is going to be forced to pass the puck for Eberle. Around the boards for Dines with 57 seconds to go on the power play. Dines, lead pass ahead right up the middle for Fawcett. To the left, it's Eberle looking to go wide on Kotick, and he beats him, but the shot is deflected into the corner. Flanagan looks to steal it away. Fawcett knocks it free. Stolen back by Greenville and cleared out. 39 seconds to go on the power play. It's Dines behind his net. Line change here for the Icemen. Collier and McIntyre out there with Eli Lichtenwald. They're hoping to use his big body in front if Jacksonville can set up shop in the offensive end, and they do. It's Daly, center point, fakes the shot, goes to Dines at the left circle. Wrist shot goes wide. It's deflected out of play, actually. I didn't see the deflection, but it did go over the glass and about midway up the netting behind the net. 19 seconds to go on the power play for the Icemen. Lichtenwald will take this draw with Brendan Collier and Bobby McIntyre flanking him. Basaraba taking this face-off for the Swamp Rabbits. It's to the left side of Hatini. Easy for me to say. Daly and Savage at the points. It is won and cleared by Greenville. Maybe one last rush if they hustle, or at least try to get it into the zone. Scott Savage dropping the puck for McIntyre at his own blue line, then the red. He'll have to regroup back at center ice as Collier would have been offside had he gained the zone. Now it's chipped in by McIntyre. His team's returned to full strength. So Jacksonville 0 for 1 on the power play, but they do have the puck in the left wing corner at the moment. McIntyre trying to kick the puck away from Joe Hauk. Lichtenwald is helping out. McIntyre plays it around the end boards to the right point for Tim Daly. Wrist shot goes for Collier. Centering feed deflected up high. Savage will keep it in, turning and dropping it behind the Greenville net. Hauk plays it up the wall. Sandlak looks to clear out, held in by Daly. Daly on his backhand. Steps away from one man, kicks it onto his stick. Basaraba looks to clear. It is out of the zone as Critchlow, covering for Daly, takes a hit on the play. Looking for Daly to the left side for Savage. Forehanding it around the wall. Hatini cannot block it behind the net, but it goes all the way out to center ice. It rimmed around the boards all the way back to the red line. Savage again drives it in. Icing is waved off as Garrett Hunt moves in on the forecheck. Puts a hit on Hauk as Jake holds it in at the left point. Wrist shot is blocked. Jasper skates out one-on-one. Jasper against Shapiro. Looking for a trailer as Jasper. Shapiro drills him into the wall. Jasper keeps his feet, however. Looking to play it behind the net for Walsh. Walsh with a sharp angle shot. Finney with a save. No rebound. And the draw will come to Colton Finney's right side with 15:32 to go in period number 2. The Icemen trail 3-1. Shots on goal in the first period, 13-8 for the Swamp Rabbits. They have not updated shots on goal just yet. Critchlow against Caleb Herbert on this faceoff. Herbert has had a very quiet weekend thus far, but I don't want to jinx things by saying that. Herbert wins the draw. Pierce blocks the slap shot right on his foot. Man, that's got to sting. Second attempt was blocked by somebody else out of play, and Elgin Pierce is going to feel that one. Trying to shake it off. I think it was his left ankle. Can almost hear the skate blast off of his boot, maybe off the instep of his left skate, I think. He's okay. He's going to stay out there. He's a hockey player after all. Tough as nails. Each and every one of them, no matter how soft you think any given player is. Critchlow getting waved out of this face-off, so Pierce will have to step in and take it against Herbert. Herbert trying to win the draw to the top of the circle for Nevins. He succeeded last time, but not this time. Jacksonville wins it. Garrett Hunt plays it back for Tim Daly. Indirect pass for Pierce at the red line, who will forehand in. Driven right back out by the Swamp Rabbits. Daly will try again. Chris Dines will forehand behind the net. Greenville looks to clear out. They do. Walsh in control. Wing to wing for Herbert. Then Walsh with a drive. Save is made by Finney with the glove. No rebound, and the draw will come to his left. Exactly 5 minutes gone by in this second period. The Icemen trailing by 2. No need to panic just yet. Remember, they trailed 3-0 midway through this first period. But they did score one late in the third to hopefully provide a little momentum, and it's just a matter of chipping away, and trying to get back into things. Greenville, remember, has only one win in their last 11 games, and they're winless in their last 7. You start giving them reason to doubt themselves, and they may very well do just that. And the next goal, oh so critical in this contest. If the Icemen can move within 1, some of that self-doubt may very well creep in to the Swamp Rabbits' heads. And confidence will grow for the Icemen in the process. Greenville wins the draw. Wrist shot goes well wide. Goes to Johnson, who has a turnaround shot. Save is made. Rebound for Scott Savage, who lost his glove briefly. The Icemen can't clear the zone just yet as Savage retrieves his mitt. He's got it back on as we will play on. Jacksonville looks to clear. Tyson Fawcett tries to gain some space in his own zone. Hit off the puck, however, and held in, and a slap shot goes maybe off the crossbar. I think it was Sutliff with a drive that went off the crossbar and out of play. Is the faceoff going to be in the zone still? Maybe Finney got a piece of it. Derek Sutliff, who is not exactly what you call a point producer. He's only got 2 goals on the year in 22 games as a forward, but he nearly connected there. Jacksonville escapes as the Greenville Swamp Rabbits win another faceoff. It's Sutliff at the top of the left circle. Wrist shot deflected just wide by Johnson. Erickson looks to clear. He does get it out to center ice. Sutliff in control there, forehanding in behind the Jacksonville net. Took a weird bounce, but Kyle Shapiro is there to help out his netminder, taking it out of further harm's way. It was right in the slot. Shapiro does get it to center ice. Erickson looks to clear in. It goes off a skate back to the neutral zone. Greenville in possession. Sean Bates tapping it for Propavesis. He gains the zone, moves it for Sutliff. Wrist shot saved by Finney. No rebound from Colton Finney allowed as he has it trapped underneath his right pad. And we will have a media timeout here with 13:59 to go in period number 2. Jacksonville looking for their 4th straight victory, but it's going to take a comeback of pretty significant proportions this afternoon. They're still looking to get a lot more pressure on the net of Zoltan Hatinyi. They really have not tested him much. Jacksonville's only goal was not exactly what you would call a no-chancer for Hatinyi. He should have had it, to be truthful, and they've got to try and find a way to keep putting pressure on him time and again. Sometimes you want to make sure you get quality shots. Other times you want quantity in shots, and I get the feeling this might be one of those games where you want quantity of shots against this particular goaltender, but it hasn't happened yet. And credit the Greenville defense for that as well. You know, this is the 3rd game in as many days for both of these teams. Talked to a couple of the players and the coaching staff yesterday after the game and talking about the key to today's game, just playing smart and simple hockey. Greenville has done that so far, especially on their defensive end. They protected their netminder quite well tonight. Today, I will keep saying that. 3-1 Swamp Rabbits. Faceoff is going to be to Colton Finney's right. Remember, Jamie Phillips is still up in the American Hockey League. Jacksonville's normal number 1 goaltender, although I don't know if he'd be number 1 right now, as well as Austin Lotz has been playing this last week and change. It's going to be Bobby McIntyre against Joe Basaraba on the faceoff. McIntyre wins it. It's Dines behind his cage. Chipping it off the boards and out. Finds McIntyre. He's got Eberle with him. McIntyre over the blue line. Trailer is Daly. Walks in and fires off the outside of the net. McIntyre looks to center. It goes back to Daly. Bouncing puck. Greenville takes it away. They've got a 3-man rush. Possible 2-on-1 now. Hauk ridden into the boards by Daly. Great 2-way play by Daly. Offensively just missing a goal, and then defensively making the play there. Jacksonville is onside as they clear it in behind the Greenville net. Propavesis chips it off the glass and safely out to the Jacksonville blue. Tim Daly still looking for his first goal as a member of the Icemen. Nearly had it there. Scott Savage playing it up the wall. Garrett Hunt redirects in behind the Greenville net. Critchlow and Propavesis will do work. It's Critchlow in control. First on it. On his backhand side. Moving it around the wall. Pinching in his Mingo. Him and Nevins will fight for it. Nevins loses it to Garrett Hunt. A pair of number 24s there. Nevins gets it back along the near side glass. Trying to clear it out. Critchlow trying to work it free. It is taken over by Greenville and tossed high into the air back to the line of Jacksonville. And Walsh gets a steal away from Mingo. Jacksonville gets it back and plays it to center. 12:40 to go in the second period. It is 3-1 Swamp Rabbits. Scott Savage playing it right up the middle for Critchlow. His pass is deflected, but it finds the stick of Elgin Pierce, at least for the moment. Greenville gets it back. Plays it to the red line. Chris Dines slapping it into the zone. Hatinyi will block it for Sean Flanagan. He has his first goal of the season today for Greenville. His outlet pass, however, goes by everybody, and we've got an icing call. It's against the Swamp Rabbits. We'll have a face-off in the Greenville end with 12:15 to go in period number 2. The Icemen trailing by 2. Garrett Klotz coming onto the ice here, serving as the 10th forward today. The Twin Towers on the ice together. Just try and get some traffic in front of this goaltender and get some shots on net is the key here. Puck goes into the near side glass. Caleb Herbert tries to knock it away from Fawcett, and he does, and it's Herbert over the blue line. Looking to split the defense. Klotz steps in and knocks it free for Jacksonville. Comes loose for Tim Daly. Daly stick handles deftly through center ice. Over the blue line, onside they will say, as a wrist shot from Daly is blocked and cleared away. I was waiting for the whistle for an offside against Jacksonville, but we will play on. Chris Dines in his own end for Daly, right in front of his goaltender. Indirect pass for Klotz. Cannot handle it. Greenville looks to steal. Jacksonville gets it right back. They can't connect the pass either. Brendan Kotick plays it up the right side. Knocked away by Jacksonville. Daly in his own zone for the Icemen. Tries to work around Sutliff. Taken down on the play. Penalty coming on Greenville. It's a delayed call as Brendan Collier gets to the puck. It will be a power play for Jacksonville once Greenville touches the puck, and they do at center ice. Power play for the Icemen. Holding is the call against the Swamp Rabbits. I think it's going to be Derek Sutliff heading to the box. So another opportunity here for Jacksonville to close the gap to 3-2. Bobby McIntyre, Brendan Collier, and Eli Lichtenwald are on the ice. Lichtenwald will try and win the draw back to Tim Daly. He's at the right point. Scott Savage is at the left point. Crucial face-off if Jacksonville can win it and set up their power play opportunity. It is Greenville, however, taking over to start. Carter Sandlak has plenty of time to play it off the glass and out. All the way to Colton Finney's left, who will leave the puck for Savage. So the power play begins deep in their own end. It's Savage. Away from Basaraba, he will skate over the blue line for Lichtenwald. Back for Savage, who is in deep. Gives it up to Duchesne at the blue line. Bouncing puck held in. Well done by McIntyre. To the right point for Daly. Daly on his forehand. Tries to flip it ahead for McIntyre at the right circle. Forehand is blocked. Goes behind the net. Held in by Savage. He goes off the end boards for McIntyre. To the right point for Daly. Back for McIntyre, but the pass was well out of his reach. Kotick will clear it ahead, and Sandlak has plenty of time to backhand it out the rest of the way. 1:10 to go on this power play for Jacksonville. Savage waits for Evan Jasper to skate by. He'll leave the puck for Chris Dines. Second power play unit is on for the Icemen as Dines, the defenseman, takes it into the zone easily. To the right point for Mingo. Mingo stick handles all the way to the left side for Fawcett, playing it around the boards. Jasper going to fight for the puck first, tries to golf it out. Pierce blocks it, first attempt. Sova tries to clear it out. He can't do it. Propavesis with a third attempt around the dasher at the point. Well done by Chris Dines to hold it in. Looking for Fawcett to the point for Mingo. Nice behind the back pass for Dines. Wrist shot deflected in front. Save is made. Rebound is cleared. Patini made a left pad save. 25 seconds to go on the power play as Mingo collects behind his own net. He'll leave it for Dines. One final rush for the Icemen. Dines for Mingo. Deflects it over the blue line. It will roll to Hatini, and he will freeze it and get a face-off. Draw will come to his left with 13 seconds to go on the power play. Critchlow coming onto the ice with Tanner Eberle and Josh Erickson. The lines getting mixed up here a little bit, partially because of the power play. We'll see if the lines being juggled helps create a goal, or at least another good offensive shift here. Jacksonville fights hard to win the draw. They never could get to possession, and it's Basaraba clearing out. Joe Basaraba gets a ton of ice time for Greenville. He does clear out. Teams are back at full strength. Jacksonville now 0 for 2 on the power play. Lead pass up the right side. Finds Josh Erickson for Jacksonville. Taken down, no call this time as it goes behind the Greenville net. Looking for the stuff attempt there was Eberle. Greenville stuffs the stuff attempt. Mingo trying to hold it in with the help of Critchlow at the right point. They do. Critchlow playing it to an open wing. It's Eberle shifting away from Joe Hauk. Off the boards to the left point for Dines. Cross ice, it's Mingo. Has a little time. Shot goes wide of the net. It was intended to be a wide shot. Trying to get a deflection in front. Greenville gets the loose puck. It is Sutliff on his forehand. Gives it up to McIntyre for Eberle. Forehand over the crossbar. What a great setup. McIntyre to the blue line for Jake, and a one-timer. Save is made. Rebound. That goes wide from Eberle again. Two shots going wide from Eberle in the slot. Jake with a wrister. That goes blocked in front. McIntyre for Jacksonville. Heavy pressure from the Icemen. Pass towards the blue line is deflected out of the zone. Tanner Eberle is going to be remember both of those shots as Jacksonville clears into the zone. Out of his net is Hatini, and he gives it up to Klotz. Klotz looking for the shot on goal. What's the call going to be? Is it offside? I guess it's offside against Jacksonville. 8:05 to go in the second period. It is still 3-1 Greenville. Two great chances for Tanner Eberle, but I think he was trying to be a little too fine with his accuracy there. Missing the net on both occasions. So we stay with Jacksonville trailing by a couple. And just as it was in the first period, now with 8:05 to go in the second, you want to get at least one in this period to try and make it a manageable deficit going into the third period. As you look at the replay on ECHL.tv, Eberle missing not once but twice right in the slot. Both of them from about 25 feet away. The linesmen are huddled up right now. Face-off, I think they're deciding where the face-off is going to be. It was an offside call against Jacksonville, but it may be called an intentional offside, and it will, which means the draw will be deep in the Icemen zone. Shots on net this period, Greenville only has 3. They have 16 overall. Jacksonville also only has 3. They have 11 for the game. Jacksonville has also missed a few shots. And puck is down. Shot from the Swamp Rabbits goes wide of the net. Greenville gets it back all the way to the right point. Kotick with a drive. Glove save is made by Finney. And he will take the face-off. Was going to go over the crossbar anyway, I think, but they'll give him the save, and it'll be a draw to his left. Face off to Finney's left side. Jacksonville wins this one. Dines plays it off the glass at the blue line. It's held in. Dines gets another chance at it. He does clear it out of the zone. Could be icing this time if it reaches the goal line, and it does, barely. Coming up in the intermission, we will have some other scores from around the South Division especially. We'll tell you the latest with the Orlando Solar Bears at the Atlanta Gladiators, and also the Norfolk Admirals at the South Carolina Stingrays. Give you updated scores on those coming up in the intermission, so stick around. Cam Critchlow will take this face-off against Caleb Herbert. Herbert positioning Shane Walsh to the top of the circle. Greenville likes to do that, trying to win the draw right to the top of the circle for a one-timer. Jacksonville wins the draw, however. It's Dines on his forehand, just chipping it out safely. No icing this time as Sean Flanagan takes possession for the Swamp Rabbits. Long lead pass redirected over the line by Nevins. Dines plays it off the boards ahead for Garrett Hunt. Stops the puck for Critchlow, who gains the blue line, tries the drop pass. There was nobody there. Elgin Pierce helping out. Critchlow with a backhander. Save is made. Rebound is loose. Chris Dines loses it, and it's Greenville 3-on-1 the other way. Daly defends. Walsh has the puck, centering feed, and a goal. And Caleb Herbert is not the guy you want left alone on a 3-on-1, but that's exactly what happened there. And the Swamp Rabbits now regain their 3-goal advantage. It is 4-1 on Caleb Herbert's 19th goal of the season. And that's a killer. Walsh getting 1 assist. Potentially the only assist, I believe. Time of the goal is going to be at 12:51. On Caleb Herbert's 19th. And Jacksonville now is going to have quite the hill to climb in the remainder of this game, just to try and send this past regulation. Swamp Rabbits with the puck in their own and they will play it up the left side for Derek Sutliff. Shapiro defends. Sutliff goes behind the net. Shapiro with good defensive play. Travis Jake turns away from one man. Up the boards, held in by Propavesis. Finney makes a save. Rebound for Jake. Jake off the glass and out to center ice. Propavesis going behind the back for Joe Hauk. Greenville now leads 4-1 on Caleb Herbert's 19th of the year. Travis Jake in his own end, backhanding it towards the line, held in by Sutliff. Lichtenwald gets it back for Fawcett. Up to the left side, Garrett Klotz gets by Propavesis. Wrist shot on net. Patini makes the save, and he will take the face-off as well. with 6:20 to go in the second period. Jacksonville still battling here. Now they've got to think that they would really like to get one here in this second period. But they just have not had enough pressure on the Greenville net yet today. Collier, Eberle, and McIntyre are the forwards. Jacksonville wins the draw. Hatini makes the save. Again, it's caught underneath him, and he didn't really know where it was. Not a tough shot. Hatini made the save. It was under his pad, but very shaky. It's at least the third time today, that it's been that way. I think I'm probably about 7 or 8 times that I've said tonight. Still below my over-under for the day. We'll call the over-under of saying the word tonight. I'll call it 12.5. Greenville wins this draw. It's Sova up the boards. McIntyre holds in. Sova gets it right back. He's got a little more time to just throw it high into the air. Bouncing puck taken over by the Icemen. Collier will turn and fire it in from the red line. Hatini will play it himself around the boards. Loose in the slot, but the Swamp Rabbits have it. Duchesne, the defenseman, leads the rush. Wrist shot up high. Finney makes the save. He will glove it down to Scott Savage. Savage plays it out of play, and it's going to be a delay of game penalty. Savage tried to chip it up the short glass, but it went over the glass instead. And a power play here for the Swamp Rabbits with 5:49 to go in the second period. Jacksonville trailing by 3 and now down a man as well. So we'll have a TV timeout here with 5:49 to go. Jacksonville needing a penalty kill. Really needing a goal. Shots on net, 19-14 for Greenville. If you're just joining us today, things did not start off well for Jacksonville. They committed a penalty just seconds into the game. Greenville scored on that ensuing power play, 1:16 into the contest. Another power play about 6 minutes later, and Sean Bates scored his second goal of the day, both on the power play, and it was already 2-0 Greenville, just 7:39 into the contest. They went to 3-0 at the 12:32 mark, and that was when Jacksonville head coach Jason Christie pulled his goaltender in favor of Colton Finney. Seemed to provide a little bit of a spark for the Icemen. They did score to make it 3-1 at the tail end of the first period. Tyson Fawcett scoring there for the Icemen. But Greenville just picked up a goal minutes ago to regain their 3-goal lead. And that seems to have taken the wind out of the sails a little bit of the Icemen. And here it is, Jacksonville committing a penalty on the delay of game call. So they are shorthanded. Jacksonville looks to clear. They can't do it. It goes to an open wing. Fighting for the puck is Chris Dines. Puck bounces up into the air. Dines gets it, and he will clear this time. Goes behind the Greenville net. Hatini will leave it for Joe Hauk. Cam Critchlow penalty killing with Garrett Hunt. Haven't seen a short-handed goal in a little while for Jacksonville. This would be a nice time to connect on one of those. Critchlow looks for the steal on Herbert. Took him down. Puck comes loose. Daly tries to get the steal. Got a piece of it, but he couldn't clear it yet. Played up the wall by Dines, but not out. Joe Hauk holds in. Looking for Herbert into the slot. Garrett Hunt gets the steal. He can't clear either. It's along the near side boards. Taken over by Jacksonville. And turning and wristing it out is Cam Critchlow. Line change here for Jacksonville as Hatini plays it ahead for Herbert. Cross ice for Kotick and then for Jack Nevins. Nevins offside as he tried to clear it into the zone, but Shapiro got a piece of it with the stick, and that created the offside play. 1:02 on the power play for the Swamp Rabbits. They are 2 for 3 on the power play thus far. Jacksonville in the 4th game of a 7-game homestand right now. 3 more home games next week. 3 games in 3 nights. Thursday and Friday night, both against the Atlanta Gladiators. And then Saturday night against the South Carolina Stingrays. All 3 of those games will be at 7:30 right here at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. We hope you come on down for at least one of those games, if not all weekend long. Greenville wins the draw. In the zone, it's Propavesis with a drive and a save by Finney. No rebound. Had it trapped into his pads. He was able to freeze it there. Draw comes to Colton Finney's left. 52 seconds to go on this power play for Greenville. 4:40 remaining in period number 2. And the Icemen trailing 3-1 right now. Brendan Collier coming into penalty kill against Sean Bates. Bates scoring the first 2 goals of the game today. Scramble for the loose puck. Picked up by the Swamp Rabbits. Sandlack plays it to the right point for Propavesis. Cross ice for Kotick. Top of the left circle is Kotick. He's on his backhand right now. Playing it behind the net for Walsh. Tries to move it in front. Got a backhander away. Save is made. Rebound from McIntyre. He will wrist it around the wall and out. Collier heads to the bench for a line change. 29 seconds to go on the power play for the Swamp Rabbits. Propavesis ahead for Bates through center ice. Over the blue line is Bates. Curling to the right. Stops. Loses it to Critchlow. He will skate with the puck shorthanded with Hunt on the play. Moving it ahead for Hunt. Back for Critchlow. Shot towards goal from a sharp angle is blocked into the corner. Critchlow trying to get it back. If nothing else, he's killing some valuable penalty killing time. 5 seconds to go on the power play for Greenville. They get it out of their own zone. Comes loose to the Jacksonville line. Chris Dines plays it to an open wing. We are at full strength as Mingo drives it off the wall. Looking for Savage. He got a piece of it as he came out of the penalty box. He couldn't get possession. Now a steal from Jacksonville. It's Collier in the offensive zone. Centering pass deflected. Collier gets it back. Backhander goes wide. McIntyre behind the net. Looks to center. Goes off the boards for Jake. Shot from Gold. Goes wide of the net. Hatini tries to block it. Couldn't do it. Pierce holds it in. Jake with a shot that goes wide of the net. Shapiro pinches in, trying to hold it in, and he does for McIntyre. Pierce, one-timer. Glove save by Hatini. That's his best save of the day. As Jacksonville has some pressure there, but Zoltan Hatini making the save with the glove with 3:14 to go in period number 2. Jacksonville has had moments of pressure today, but not consistently. But that was a very good shift there from Jacksonville, starting with a steal from Brendan Collier in the offensive zone. Lichtenwald, Fawcett, and Erickson are now your forwards. Again, Jacksonville without Jimmy Lodge today. Left the game early yesterday due to illness and not ready to go today. Greenville wins the draw and they poke it out to the Jacksonville line. Travis Jake in control there. Jake gets away from a double team, pokes it into the zone. Now goes to move in on the forecheck. The defenseman is in deep as Greenville plays it around the wall in their own zone. Clearing ahead and out to center ice is Sean Flanagan. Kyle Shapiro, now the other defenseman, leads the charge for Jacksonville. Centering feed is deflected into the corner. It goes to Basaraba on the right wing side. Wing-to-wing pass. Looking for Hauk. Offside is going to be the call. Whistle is blows, plays dead with 2:42 to go in the second. Line change for both clubs. I'm still in absolute disbelief that there's a 3-game series between two clubs facing each other 3 consecutive days. Here we are almost at the end of the second period, and not one single glove has been dropped. No ill will, no unpleasantries. I'm not even sure if we've had a roughing penalty this weekend. Jacksonville wins the draw. They will deflect into the Greenville end. Eberle takes the body on Sova. Critchlow is there to help out, but Sova gets the puck to the left side for Nevins, breaking out of the zone, giving it up to Scott Savage. Ahead for Eberle, who deflects in. Hatini leaves the puck for Sova. To the far side corner for Chad Duchesne. Chipping it off the glass and out to center. Savage clears it right back in. Hatini will play the puck away from Eberle, but Eberle gets the steal. Centering pass, nobody there. Hatini has caught himself a couple of times as well, playing the puck as Mingo has it at the right point for Jacksonville. Slap shot took too long. It goes well over the protective netting and out of play. Dejan Mingo with a long wind up there. He really needed a snapshot or a wrist shot there instead of a slapper. Will be an offensive zone face-off for the Icemen with 1:59 to go in period number 2. Shots on goal, 20 for the Swamp Rabbits, 15 for Jacksonville. Elgin Pierce will take this face-off for the Icemen, trying to win it to Bobby McIntyre at the top of the circle along the glass. Greenville wins it, however. It's Kotick behind his own net. Collier with a steal. Tries to step wide on Kotick, goes behind the net, looks to center, looks for the wraparound, turnaround shot, save made by Hatini. Excellent individual effort by Brendan Collier, but Hatini making the save. He's made 2 big ones in the last couple of minutes for the Swamp Rabbits. Maybe his best 2 saves of the day, as Greenville gets a piece of the puck. Jacksonville gets it back in their own territory. Tim Daly, long lead pass for McIntyre. McIntyre chips in, Pierce chases after. Kotick driven into the wall by Pierce. Pierce looks for the steal behind the net, knocking it loose for Eli Lichtenwald in the right wing corner. Lichtenwald on his backhand, trying to the opposite wing for Pierce. 1:13 to go in the second period. Pierce lost his stick, might have been broken on the play as Greenville gets the puck because of it. Bates looking for a centering pass. Lichtenwald with the back check takes it away. Here come the Icemen, 2-man rush ahead for Fawcett. Look out as it's deflected over the glass and I think right off the shoulder of a young man in the crowd. He's okay, and nice teamwork there as somebody got the loose puck behind him and she gave the puck to him, saying, hey, you earned that one. Dangerous play there as, I wouldn't say a young man, middle-aged guy we'll say, ends up with a souvenir thanks to another fan a couple of rows behind him. 59.9 on the clock here in the second period, so we are officially in the final minute of the second period. Jacksonville trailing 4-1. Icemen have the puck at their own at the red line. Jake wrists it around the wall. Loose puck in the slot. Can Jacksonville get there? Fawcett on the backhand. Put it wide of the net. Joe Hauk with the loose puck up the wall. Travis Jake holds it in with the help of Fawcett at the left point. Fawcett behind the net. Lichtenwald gives chase. Beats Flanagan to the puck. Tries to center on his backhand side. Moves it into the corner instead for Erickson. Erickson tripped up. No call there. Fawcett to the blue line for Jake. Cross ice, it's Shapiro. Faking the shot, now taking the shot in a screen. Blocked in front. Lichtenwald gets it in front. Patini got a piece of it, and he will eventually freeze it with 25.7 seconds to go. Been so many occasions today where the Icemen have had the puck right in the crease. They just can't get their stick on the puck to get the shot on net. A couple of pucks have just trickled towards goal. A couple of pucks have gone wide off the toe of a stick. A couple of times Greenville has knocked it away as a puck is caught in between an Icemen player's skates. Just one of those kind of days. Draws to Hatini's right. Critchlow against Basaraba on the faceoff. Critchlow trying to win it to Shapiro. He does. Cross ice, it's Jake with a one-timer. Blocked in front. Jake did not get good wood on it. It was a bouncing puck coming towards him. Greenville clears out to center ice. Shapiro can't clear the zone just yet. Greenville with a chance. Jasper with a backhander. Save is made by Finney. The rebound swept away at the last possible moment. What a play. I don't know who it was that saved a goal. I don't think it was Finney. I'd love to see the replay. I think it was a defenseman. Play is going to stop here as the second period is over. Maybe it was Finney who swept it away. I'm not sure. I thought it was a defenseman. Let's see if we can find out on the replay. The goal definitely would have counted. The puck got behind Finney. It was Kyle Shapiro, number 73, who swept it away from the crease right at the goal line at the last possible second. So we stay 4-1 Greenville after 2 periods of play. But the Icemen were just a couple of inches away from it being even worse than that. Not exactly an ideal situation, but the Icemen will look for a third period comeback as they trail by 3 going into the third. Shots on goal in period number 2. Greenville had 8. They have a 2-period total of 21. Jacksonville had 9. They have a 2-period total of 17. We will come back in just a little bit, give you the ECHL scoreboard, and again go through the remainder of this season-long 7-game homestand for the Icemen as well. It's 4-1 Greenville leading the Jacksonville Icemen after 2 periods of play. This is Jacksonville Icemen hockey. We are back at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. Arlie Johnson with you on ECHL.TV and JacksIcemen.com. The Jacksonville Icemen are trailing the Greenville Swamp Rabbits 4-1 after 2 periods of play this afternoon. Greenville jumping out to a 3-0 lead midway through the first period. They have not looked back since then. Jacksonville had their only goal in the first period from Tyson Fawcett, his 9th of the year. Goaltender Colton Finney had the only assist on that goal. But Greenville had the only goal of the second period. That was from Caleb Herbert on a 2-on-1 with Shane Walsh. So it's 4-1 Greenville after 2. Other scores around the ECHL in the South Division. One of them has gone final, and it's not the kind of game that you would want, not the result that you would want if you're an Icemen fan. The Orlando Solar Bears have defeated the Atlanta Gladiators. 4-3 is your final score in regulation in that game. Orlando led 4-0 at one point in that one. Atlanta came all the way back to 4-3, and that was going into the third period, but no scoring in the third period in that game. And so Orlando gets the win. With that win, Orlando maintains their positioning in 4th place in the South Division, which also means that as of right now, they are in the playoffs. Orlando improves to 19-19, 5-1, and up to 44 points. So Atlanta with the loss stays at 47 points. Orlando creeps within 3 points of the Gladiators for 3rd place in the South Division. Other game that's important to Jacksonville, or the most important one aside from that one, is the Norfolk Admirals. They are in Charleston, South Carolina against the South Carolina Stingrays. The Admirals led that game 1-0 in the first period, but since then the Stingrays have come back to take the lead. It is now 2-1 South Carolina. That is just as the puck drops for the third period of play. A Norfolk regulation loss would definitely help the Icemen there, as Norfolk is currently in 6th place, 1 spot ahead of the Icemen in the standings. Right now, Norfolk has a 3-point cushion on the Icemen. Elsewhere in the South Division, the Florida Everblades continuing their New England road trip. They just had 3 games in Adirondack this week, and today they are in Worcester against the Railers, the last place team in the North Division, and it is Florida with the lead right now, or excuse me, they are trailing the Worcester Railers. I take that back, 3-2 Worcester midway through the third period. That would definitely be an upset if Worcester can get that victory. Florida has had a pretty tough trip up in the Northeast. 3 games in Adirondack. They were 1-1 against them. Their one win was in overtime, and they're trailing today against Worcester as well. Those are your South Division scores from around the ECHL. Looking at the Jacksonville schedule up ahead, next week, 3 more home games. It will complete this season-long 7-game homestand for the Icemen. This is game number 4 of this 7-game homestand. The Icemen currently 3-0, perfect 3-0 on the homestand, their first 3-game winning streak of the season. And the final games of the homestand, Thursday and Friday night, the Icemen will host the Atlanta Gladiators, and Saturday night they will be hosting the South Carolina Stingrays. All of those games will be at 7:30 right here at the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. Still a few more home games in February after that as well. The following week, Jacksonville has 2 more home games, but they also have a road game in Greenville. In 2 weeks, the Icemen will have their only game all season long against a Western Conference opponent. That's the Allen Americans. That's going to be on Sunday, February 11th. Home or road, the Icemen don't play anybody in the Western Conference all year long except for that one contest against the Allen Americans. And Allen is a pretty good team. Currently, the Americans are in 4th place in the Mountain Division. 21-18, 4-1 is their mark, and a very competitive Mountain Division in the Western Conference. Just about ready to go here in period number 3. Arlie Johnson with you on JacksIcemen.com and ECHL.TV. Teams will begin this third period at full strength. Greenville 2 for 3 on the power play. Jacksonville is 0 for 2 on the power play. They've had 2 chances. So Jacksonville going from my right to my left to start this third period. Brendan Collier with Caleb Herbert on the draw. And it is Herbert winning it for Matt Propavesis. Propavesis for Joe Hauk. Cross ice for Propavesis. Scott Savage picks it up, plays it off the boards for Brendan Collier in his own end. Collier, wing to wing for Elgin Pierce. Pierce for McIntyre. Back for Pierce over the blue line. He'll track it down in the corner. Pierce cross ice. Great look to Mingo. Shot towards goal. Save is made. Rebound again in the slot. But Jacksonville has just not had the bounces go their way today. It seems like every time the puck is in a great scoring position, the Icemen just can't end up getting the puck at the blue line. Savage whiffs on his attempt to keep it in the zone. It will end up deep in the Icemen zone. It's Brendan Collier behind his own net. Collier waits for Shane Walsh to skate by. Moves it to Mingo and then to Savage. Opening minute of the third period. Savage playing it for Mingo on the right wing. Lead pass for Eberle. He redirects into the zone. Looks like a line change here, or a juggled lines as Critchlow gets a steal. Hatini gives it up again. It's the second or third time he's done that today. Hunt's pass goes off a skate. Greenville clears out. Could be icing. It's slick ice, and that definitely benefited the Icemen there as Chris Dines took a rather circuitous route to get to the goal line, creating the offside. If that exact same play happened about 5 minutes later, I don't think that puck would have crossed the goal line in time. But because we are just over a minute in, the ice surface still very slick, so it creates an offensive zone draw. Critchlow wins it cleanly for Chris Dines at the left point. Wrist shot in the screen. Save is made. Rebound tapped towards Hatini, but Eberle couldn't put it on goal. They do keep it in the zone, however. At the right point now, it goes over Daly's stick. It's rolling softly, and it just tumbled over his stick. Jacksonville can't get it back into the zone. Critchlow tries to steal it away from Brendan Kotick. With the help of Chris Dines, they do get possession, but it's in their own territory. Dines for Daly, who's been struggling with the puck here, but he gets it back. Took Jasper into the wall in the process, too. Chris Dines escapes the double team, plays it to the right side, but an interception by Greenville. Sean Flanagan into the zone, taken back by Daly. Daly for Dines around the wall, looking for Tanner Eberle. 2-on-2 for the moment. Eberle with Hunt. Eberle over the blue line onside. Eberle going wide on the left wing. Taken away by Basaraba. Eberle gets it back. Trying to skate behind the net. Hunt is there to help him out. Eberle looks to move to the opposite corner now. Towards the point, Jasper pokes it away at the blue line. Eberle takes the body on Jasper, just slammed him down to the ground. Things are getting a little more physical here as Jacksonville keeps in the zone. Garrett Hunt looks for a trailer on the play, walks in and fires, and it goes just wide to the far post. Travis Jake throws it on net. That is deflected off the glass to the opposite wing for Hunt. Behind the net for Eli Lichtenwald. Lichtenwald trying to poke it away from Wade Murphy. Fawcett helping out. Good pressure here from Jacksonville, but they can't get the puck on goal. Lichtenwald holds it in for the moment. Basaraba now steals from him. Basaraba cross ice off the boards and out. Too soft for icing here, I think. They are going to wave it off. Ended up going right in the crease anyway. 17:05 to go in the third period. The Icemen trailing 4-1. Kyle Shapiro behind his own net. Shapiro to the right wing for Jake. Long lead pass ahead. Redirected in by Fawcett. Hatini plays it behind the net. He's been shaky with the goaltender stick, and he gives it up to Fawcett. Looking for McIntyre. Score! Bobby McIntyre goes top shelf. As Hatini committed, going down on the play. He didn't need to. It was a sharp angle, but Hatini went down to the butterfly, and McIntyre says, "Thank you very much. I'll just lift it over your glove and put it under the bar." And Jacksonville is now down 4-2. McIntyre popping the water bottle off the top of the net. And Jacksonville has some life here. Plenty of time to go with 16:46 to go in period number 3. And Zoltan Hatini, I said it just about a minute prior, that he had given up the puck with his goaltender stick at least a few times tonight. He did it again. And McIntyre, who's the one who benefits this time, 3:14 is the time of the goal. And the Icemen trailed 4-2 for Bobby McIntyre. Goal number 11 on the season. The only assist is going to belong to Tyson Fawcett, who has now contributed a point in each goal. Got a delay on the ice. I'm not sure if there's a rut on the ice, perhaps. Maybe a little blood on the ice. Blood on the ice, apparently. So they had to scrape that up a little bit. Not sure who got cut. But the Icemen are at least in striking distance now. Bobby McIntyre's 11th from Tyson Fawcett at 3:14 of period number 3. Crowd up on their feet, trying to create a little more energy for this Icemen squad. Mingo skates over the blue line, onside, looking for Collier. It goes into the slot for Pierce. Backhander, save is made by Hatini. Rebound for Mingo, who is in deep on the play. Looking for Pierce along the near side glass. Into the corner for Brendan Collier. Turns to his forehand side, leaves it for McIntyre, who just scored. McIntyre behind the net for Collier. Collier can't center the puck. He goes into the corner instead. Turning away from Propavesis, now cuts towards goal. Nearly beats a double team. Works it to McIntyre along the right wing circle for Mingo, who was rubbed out by Johnson. Collier plays it behind the net for Elgin Pierce. Great board work done here by Jacksonville. Pierce into the high slot. Tries to avoid a double team penalty coming on Greenville. Delayed call. Pierce still has the puck. Wrist shot is blocked in front. McIntyre tries to knock it free. To the blue line for Mingo. 6 skaters on for Jacksonville. Savage for Mingo. Center point. To the right side, it's McIntyre. Back for Mingo. One-timer deflected just wide by Critchlow. And Greenville will get the touch. Tripping is the call against the Swamp Rabbits. Jacksonville nearly made it 4-3 as Mingo's bomb was deflected just wide on the play. But they are on the power play. Matt Johnson into the penalty box. 3rd power play chance of the afternoon for Jacksonville. A power play goal will really make things interesting. Listen to this crowd, great crowd for a Sunday. The Icemen have Eli Lichtenwald, Bobby McIntyre, and Brendan Collier as the forwards. Tim Daly and Travis Jake at the blue line. And it is a face-off going straight to Hatini, who will just freeze it. So just a few seconds tick off the clock here. Draw again will be to Hatini's left-hand side. Lichtenwald's been pretty good on the dot this year since being picked up from the Southern Professional Hockey League. The rangy 6'6" centerman. He's a left-handed shot, and he wins the draw. Goes to the right point for Daly. Cross ice, it's Travis Jake, top of the circle. Does not take the shot, he plays it for Daly instead. To the right circle for Bobby McIntyre. McIntyre has it poked away by Nevins, who will clear out of the zone. Jake will get it between the hash marks in his own end. That pass was telegraphed, and Nevins was able to read it. Jacksonville coming back through center ice. Tim Daly for Bobby McIntyre. Trying to beat all 4 penalty killers. He gets it over the blue line for Lichtenwald. Centering pass deflected right into the slot, but it's Greenville with it. Then they will wrist it all the way down on Finney, who's forced to make a save. 1:19 to go on the power play. Travis Jake has it behind his own net for the Icemen. To the right side for Daly. Gains the red line, then the blue. It's onside. Wing-to-wing pass. Can Dines keep it in? No, it goes over the blue line. Dines hadn't gotten there yet. He had just stepped onto the ice. Dines circles all the way into his own zone. Loses it to Jasper briefly, but it comes back to Dejan Mingo. Mingo is flying through the neutral zone, accelerating over the blue line. Onside. Drop pass Fawcett. Forehand. Save is made. Rebound back to Fawcett. Around the wall for Mingo at the left point. Cross ice, it's Dines. The two of them will trade places as Fawcett gets the puck at the left wing circle. Back to the point, it's Mingo. Slap shot, save is made. Rebound is loose. Backhander, save is made. Another save by Hatini as Greenville plays it up the wall. Mingo will keep it in. Around the boards and behind the net, Erickson was taken down right in the crease as the Swamp Rabbits try to clear, and they do. Pretty good pressure there from the Icemen, but not enough to put it by Zoltan Hatini, who's made a few pretty quality saves here, keeping it 4-2. 12 seconds to go on the power play. It's Dines over the blue line for Critchlow onside. Back to the blue line. It went off the referee, and that allowed Greenville to play it out of the zone. Team's back at full strength as Chris Dines forehands in. Jacksonville now 0 for 3 on the power play as Hatini has to play it around the boards himself. trying to set up Matt Johnson. Daly steps in and steals the puck. Daly on the backhand. It goes high and wide. Daly gets it right back off the glass. Behind the net for Tanner Eberle. Eberle and Kotick will collide into the corner. Critchlow is there to help out. Greenville gets possession, however. It's Chad Duchesne on the left wing, tossing it high to the red line. Whistle, penalty. High sticking on the Icemen, I believe. With 13:12 to go in the third period. Garrett Hunt is protesting, but I think it's going to be a high sticking penalty against the Icemen. Pretty sure it's on Cameron Critchlow. Nobody really wants to go to the box just yet. Could it be a high sticking infraction? I'm not sure. 13:12 to go in the third period. The Icemen are not done yet. They trailed 4-1 going into this third period. They have scored, however. Bobby McIntyre, his 11th of the year from Tyson Fawcett at the 3:14 mark of the third period. Still time left. You kind of want to, when you're trailing going into the third period especially, you kind of want to break the period up into 5-minute segments. Win each segment. They won the first 5-minute segment by getting a goal. Try and win the next segment. See what happens from there. Looks like it's not a penalty on the Icemen. I don't know where it happened, but it's going to be just a high sticking infraction. Not a penalty, but just touching the puck with a high stick. That's definitely the better alternative. I just never saw anybody for the Icemen touch the puck with a high stick. But apparently that's exactly what happened. I'll take it. We stay at even strength on the ice. 5-on-5. Jacksonville has the puck in their own zone. It's Scott Savage for McIntyre. Back for Savage, and a bouncing puck at center ice is taken over by the Swamp Rabbits. Jack Nevins forehands in. Savage takes it behind the net and whips it around the wall for Pierce. He'll redirect it out in a foot race for the puck, and McIntyre's going to win it. He's got Collier with him. Trailer is Savage, closes, steps around a man. Centering pass is blocked by Greenville. Savage gets it back. What a great setup there from the Icemen. Collier now hit from behind a couple of times by Bates as the Swamp Rabbits get the puck. Chipping it off the glass and out is Walsh. Walsh loses it to Daly. Daly over the blue line for Pierce. He's by himself on a line change. Pierce tosses it into an open corner. That's a smart play. Cam Critchlow for Garrett Hunt. Back for Critchlow at the half wall near side. Travis Jake at the left point has some time. Slap shot blocked in front. Patini cannot cover it up. Goes towards the Swamp Rabbits, though. He's had so many rebounds, but Jacksonville just hasn't been able to capitalize on any of them. Kyle Shapiro with a big hit. Dislodging the puck away from Derek Sutliff. Jake looks to clear. Can't do it. Johnson plays it back behind the Jacksonville net. Shapiro taps it away from Sutliff. Sutliff's pass intercepted by Critchlow. Stick up high, penalty coming. And it could be more than 2 minutes. High sticking penalty against Greenville. Is it 2 minutes or 4 minutes? There's definitely blood on the ice. It's going to be a 4-minute power play. Well, maybe it's just a mouthpiece. I'm not sure. Hold on. I think it's Cam Critchlow's mouthpiece. Sean Bates goes into the penalty box. It's a power play for Jacksonville. Is it 2 minutes or 4 minutes? Two. It's 2 minutes. But it is a power play just the same for the Icemen. Cam Critchlow, did he lose a tooth? He already is missing too many teeth. Critchlow heads to the locker room with Dylan Harrington, the team trainer, trailing him. Cam Critchlow, was he holding a tooth in his hand? I think that's exactly what happened there. I'm not sure if Cam Critchlow would even care. He's missing at least his 2 front teeth, his 2 tops, if not more, and there's another one. Mouth guard or not, it just doesn't matter to Cam Critchlow. He's just going to need a new bridge. Poor guy. Power play for the Icemen, trailing 4-2 with 11:51 to go in the third. Jacksonville wins the draw. Chris Dines to Dejan Mingo. To the right circle, it's Elgin Pierce. Along the half wall. Pierce goes into the slot for Fawcett, then for Mingo. Center point. Left side, it's Dines. Back for Mingo. Right side, it's Pierce with a bomb going just wide. Dines hustles to keep it in at the point. Greenville looks to steal it away in the corner. Fawcett and Erickson do battle there. Fawcett tripped a man up, no call that time. Greenville falls on the puck. They just want to face off, but Olivier Gouin is saying play on. The Swamp Rabbits do get possession. They will clear it out. The Icemen really need this power play goal here. Put a ton of pressure on the Swamp Rabbits if they can get it. Chris Dines to the right side for Mingo, who's got some space over the blue line. Plays it off the wall for Pierce at the point. To the left side, it's Dines. Cross ice again for Pierce, who's got a wicked shot. Looking for Mingo at the right point. Wrist shot in a screen, deflected wide by Lichtenwald, who is creating some traffic in front. At the blue line, Pierce holds it in, gloving it down to his stick. Still in the zone with 53 seconds to go on the power play. Pierce to the right wing for Mingo. Shot deflected in front, never reached the net. Greenville still cannot clear. Lichtenwald gets his stick in there. Collier trying to help out. 3-on-2 battle in the corner to the left side of Hatigny. Collier trying to knock it free. He does get it loose. It goes to Pierce. Pierce spins away from a man. Has it at the right wing half wall. Shot looking for Dines. Deflected in front. Pierce has a bouncing puck and he couldn't find a range on it. It's been that kind of day. The puck just keeps bouncing over him. Mingo with a bomb. That is deflected wide by Lichtenwald. And the Swamp Rabbits will clear it out. Just 14 seconds to go on the power play. That has been the story of the day so far. Jacksonville has had some pressure, but their best opportunities have never made it on net. Bouncing pucks, pucks caught in skates, that kind of day. Teams are back at full strength. Jacksonville has possession though. Wrist shot by Savage is deflected wide. Greenville clears out. They may have a 2-on-1, but Savage prevents it by getting there just ahead. Another trip on the play. No call this time from Olivier Gouin. That was the most obvious of them all. The Icemen get it back, however. It's going to be Critchlow over the blue line. 3-man attack. Critchlow with a shot. Save made by Hatigny. And he will freeze it for the draw to his right side. Cam Critchlow, I don't think he even missed a shift after losing a tooth. 9:26 to go in the third period. Jacksonville trails 4-2 to the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. Arlie Johnson with you on JacksIcemen.com and also ECHL.tv. Updating the score from Charleston, South Carolina. The South Carolina Stingrays leading the Norfolk Admirals now 3-1 with just 7:24 remaining in the game there. That's a good score for the Icemen. Also, the Everblades are trailing still in Worcester 3-2 in the final minute of that game. The first place team from the South Division, Florida, trailing the last place team from the North Division in Worcester. And if that game goes final, we'll be sure to let you know. Critchlow, Hunt, and Eberle are your forwards. Shots on goal now favor Jacksonville, really for the first time tonight. 23-22 overall. 6 for the Icemen this period. Just 1 for Greenville. Critchlow will try and win the draw back to Scott Savage. And he does. Savage steps into one, but it goes wide to the short side. Daly pinches in with the help of Hunt. They will hold it in the zone. Garrett Hunt with a wrister towards goal, but it was blocked in front. Critchlow into the right wing corner, tries to kick it onto his stick. Working it free for Eberle. Eberle turns into the slot. Forehand is blocked again. Eberle gets it back. Another shot is deflected wide. Greenville's blocked a ton of shots today, too, as the Swamp Rabbits do play it out to center ice. Daly right back into the zone. Great shift by Daly, deking around one man. Throws it in front. Eberle couldn't redirect it home. Savage gets it back. For Eberle, backhander goes over the crossbar. Daly holds it in, turning it away from Nevins. Nevins tries to clear out. It goes off a body, held in by Daly. Daly into the corner for Tanner Eberle. Great pressure here from Jacksonville, but they need one more goal to really put the pressure on. Greenville with a steal. They are out of the zone. 3-man rush for the Swamp Rabbits. Herbert to the left side. Slap shot saved by Colton Finney on the slapper from Jack Nevins. No rebound, and the draw will come to his right. 8:26 to go in period number 3. Jacksonville has defeated Greenville 4 straight times, including twice this weekend. But they'll need a monumental effort in the closing minutes of this one to increase that streak. Collier against Bates on the faceoff to Colton Finney's right. Finney sits deep in his crease on the faceoff. Collier's line mates are Elgin Pearson, Bobby McIntyre. As Jason Christie has mixed up the lines a little bit. Greenville wins the draw. It's Propavesis from the right point. Into the corner for Johnson. Shapiro knocks it away. Collier gets it ahead for Pierce, who jams it ahead for Bobby McIntyre. 1-on-2. Trailer on the play is Pierce. McIntyre throws it on net. Patini making the save into the corner. Pierce gets to the loose puck. It's going to go out of the zone, however. Mingo had just stepped onto the ice. Mingo will have to turn and fire it back in. Offside is waved off on the delay. So Jacksonville will move into forecheck, but the Swamp Rabbits have possession. Matt Propavesis, cross ice for Bates. It's out in front of him. Pierce gets the steal for Collier. Backhanding back in, giving chases McIntyre against Propavesis. McIntyre has the only goal of this third period for either team. That has Jacksonville within 2. Closing in on 7.5 minutes remaining in the third period. Swamp Rabbits get possession of the puck in their own end, playing it off the boards, safely out. Johnson tried to play it in, but it ends up getting deflected into the Jacksonville bench instead. 7:22 remaining in the third period. That game in Worcester, Massachusetts has gone final, and the Railers have defeated the Florida Everblades today, 3-2 the final. So last place in the North beats first place in the South today. Florida 1-2-1 up north this weekend. Still Stingrays leading 3-1 over Norfolk. 5.5 minutes left in that game. Jacksonville trailing this one 4-2. Icemen trying to get the puck in the neutral zone. Murphy takes it away from Chris Dines. Mingo is there to help out behind his own net. Playing it around the wall for Tyson Fawcett. Fawcett held up by Joe Basaraba. Fawcett getting it back, trying to jam it for Mingo. Mingo also held up by Basaraba. Eli Lichtenwald trying to help out, and that 6'6" frame allows him to take the puck rather easily. Again, a bouncing puck through the neutral zone. Jacksonville just can never seem to get the puck flat on their stick blade today. Greenville takes over behind their own net. It's Duchesne turning away from Erickson. Playing it around the wall and safely to the Jacksonville line. Tim Daly, lead pass for Eberle. Avoids a hit and works it ahead for Hunt. Cutting the net is Savage. Hunt with a shot. Save is made. Rebound is covered. Savage was trying to get there in time for a centering feed, but Hunt had to go with a sharp angle shot instead. He just ran out of time. 6:32 to go. I don't mind that. Getting shots from all angles on this particular goaltender. I think he's been shaky today. He's made some good saves as well, but at other times he's looked uncomfortable. Cam Critchlow against Caleb Herbert on this faceoff. Jacksonville looking for a goal in the next couple of minutes to try and make things real interesting. Shot from the point from Tim Daly was blocked and cleared out by Greenville. They'll skate with the puck into the zone. Herbert with a centering feed. Blocked by Hunt ahead for Critchlow. Possible 3-on-2 the other way. Critchlow's over the blue line. He's onside. Trying to step around Flanagan. Flanagan plays him into the corner well. Around the boards, it's held in, though, by Daly. Wrist shot deflected in front. Goes into the corner for Hunt. Critchlow to the blue line for Daly. Cross ice at Savage. Taking the shot, deflected off the end boards, and Hatini is sharp to be able to take it off the active boards here. And he will freeze it for a draw. 5:59 to go in the third period. Jacksonville down by a couple. And it'll be a dramatic finish if they can find a way to win it. Arlie Johnson with you on JacksIcemen.com and ECHL.tv. Don't forget, next broadcast is also Jacksonville's next game. It's Thursday night. The Icemen will be hosting the Atlanta Gladiators. They'll host the Gladiators on Friday night as well, and then conclude this season-long 7-game homestand against South Carolina on Saturday night. The Icemen have done very well, gaining 10 points in the standings in about the last week and a half. And Jason Christie talking with the guys at the bench. He's got the whiteboard out. He's got an idea of what he wants out there. Brendan Collier comes onto the ice with Bobby McIntyre and Elgin Pierce. Travis Jake and Dejan Mingo are at the points. As Jason Christie juggles the lines here in the third period, anything to spark this team. He had to have a goaltender change midway through the first period. Austin Lotz allowing 3 goals in the first 12 minutes and change. Not necessarily his fault. A pair of power plays contributed to that as well. Puck goes into the neutral zone on this puck drop, but the Icemen have it. Pierce chips in. Greenville first on the puck. Kotick off the end boards, around the wall for Flanagan. End-to-end for Sandlak out to center ice. Carter Sandlak, 4 hands in. Colton Finney will play the puck himself around the wall for Mingo. Not out yet. Flanagan at the left point, plays it behind the net for Bates. Bates lost the handle. Travis Jake gets it ahead. Could be icing, will be icing against Jacksonville. 5:24 to go in period number 3. Draw will be to Colton Finney's left-hand side. Jacksonville heavily out shooting Greenville in this period. They've got 9 shots to Greenville's 2. The Icemen have scored once, but they need more than that. Swamp Rabbits win the draw. They're not in any hurry. They'll just play it into an open corner. Murphy and Collier look for the puck there. Goes off the skate of Dejan Mingo. Jacksonville golfs it ahead. They find Elgin Pierce ahead for McIntyre, trying to split the defense. He's got speed. Taken away. Backhander by McIntyre. Couldn't put it on goal. Another bouncing puck that they just couldn't corral as the Swamp Rabbits chip it off the short glass and out to the Jacksonville line. Savage for Daly. Daly tries to chip it ahead. Lichtenwald right at the penalty boxes. Daly was hit from behind. No call there. Daly is very slow to get up. He is up, but he is none the worse for wear there as the Icemen have it in the neutral zone. Erickson over the blue line, again trying to split the defense. Poked away by Greenville. At the blue line, Savage can't quite hold it in. He'll knock it to an open wing for Daly. Daly wrists it around the wall. Goes to the near side glass for Erickson. Shot on goal, saved by Hatigny. Rebound for Lichtenwald in the corner. Now with 4:19 to go in the third period. Erickson and Lichtenwald 2-on-2 behind the net of Hatigny, just off to his right. Erickson pries it away. Savage pinches in from the blue line, trying to keep the play moving along the boards. Erickson takes the body on a man. Greenville is just killing time. They're more than happy to just pin it up along the wall. Guan doesn't want them to blow the whistle, and finally the Icemen take it away. It's Savage with a shot in the screen. Save is made by Hatigny. Rebound popped loose. Where's the puck? Referee loses sight. There's a mass of humanity right in front of Zoltan Hatigny. But the puck never made it on net, I don't think. Hatigny may have made one save in there. Another rebound that Jacksonville just couldn't get their stick to. 3:47 to go in the third period. The Icemen trailing by 2. Hatigny did make at least one save in that melee in front of him. Colton Finney is still on the ice. Still a lot of time left. I shouldn't say a lot, but too much time to pull Finney in favor of a 6th skater, I think. No, maybe not. Who knows? Finney is out there right now, but he is way out of his crease. He's between the hash marks. Might depend on whether Jacksonville wins this face-off. And Jacksonville does win it for now. Dines plays it behind the net, and Finney is skating to the bench, so a 6th skater on right now with 3:38 to go in the third period. Greenville looks to clear. Jacksonville has 6 skaters on, but Greenville does clear out. No icing here as the puck goes wide of the net. Chris Dines behind his own cage. Jacksonville has 6 skaters out there with an empty net behind them. Really gambling here with well over 3 minutes to go. Mingo plays it for Critchlow. He is onside. Behind the back pass for McIntyre. Around the boards we go to the near side wall. Sandlak looks to clear. Eberle and Critchlow have him bottled up along the glass. Critchlow getting it loose for Dines at the point. For Mingo, playing it into an open corner, looking for McIntyre. Greenville gets the puck. Can they clear at the blue line? It's held in for the moment, but the Swamp Rabbits get it back, and they will chip it out to the red line. Critchlow for Hunt, back for Critchlow. Cam Critchlow has some room to skate now, plays it over the line for McIntyre. Offside is going to be called against Jacksonville. 2:47 remaining in the third. The Icemen still trailing 4-2. Garrett Hunt doesn't like that offside call. Elgin Pierce on this faceoff with Eli Lichtenwald and Tyson Fawcett. Even though this faceoff is outside the Greenville blue line, Jacksonville has elected to keep Colton Finney on the bench. So 4 forwards, 2 defensemen for the Icemen. Jacksonville has the draw. Savage wing to wing for Fawcett. He will stick handle over the blue line. It is onside. He'll chip and chase. Hatini plays it himself. He's caught up behind the net as Jacksonville looks to get the steal in the corner. It goes to Pierce along the right wing circle. Left point for Savage. Cross ice, it's Daly. Saucer pass for Pierce. Pierce for Fawcett at the top of the right circle. On his forehand now. Back for Pierce. Pierce with a man right on him. He'll just have to flip it behind the net. Hauk tries to knock it away from Collier. Hauk just trying to kill some time with 2:12 to go in the third period. Puck comes loose. Greenville cannot clear the zone yet. Fawcett now gives it up, but it's taken back by Daly. What a great play to keep it in the zone. It's Lichtenwald looking to center. Bouncing puck. It goes off the leg of Collier. Holding it in for Scott Savage. Taken away by Greenville. Slammed off the wall and out. Heading towards the empty net, but it's not going to reach. Daly gets it back with 1:48 to go. Stolen by Greenville at center ice. Slamming it towards the empty net. It goes wide. And the Icemen have possession. Savage flips it ahead to Garrett Hunt. Hunt plays it ahead, but it's going to be a hand pass called against Jacksonville. Hunt is saying, I used my arm, not my hand. But Logan Belgraf says, no way, man. That was glove all the way. .137 remains in the third period. The Icemen need 2 goals in 97 seconds. It's been done. I wouldn't put money on it, but you never know. Cam Critchlow against Caleb Herbert on this faceoff. Greenville wins it. Duchesne wrists it down to the Jacksonville end. And touching the puck with a high stick. High sticking infraction. Is there going to be a faceoff deep in the Jacksonville zone now? That's exactly what it is. So Colton Finney goes back out onto the ice now. With 1:31 remaining. Faceoff will be to Colton Finney's right side. Jacksonville now out shooting Greenville 28-23. As the Icemen win the draw, they do get it to the Greenville line. Duchesne on it there. Flips it back into the Jacksonville zone. Mingo takes over, no icing. Finney heads to the bench as Mingo still has the puck behind his own net. So 6 skaters back out onto the ice as Mingo gets to center ice. Mingo over the blue line as he backhands in behind Hatini. Are they going to call this icing? What's the call? 1:06 remains here. Faceoff will be outside the Greenville blue line. I guess it was offside against Jacksonville. Game has gone final from Charleston. The South Carolina Stingrays have defeated the Norfolk Admirals 3-1. So worst case scenario is the Icemen will remain 3 points behind Norfolk. Lichtenwald taking this draw. Jacksonville still playing with an empty net. The Icemen have the puck. Savage on his half of the red line, so he can't clear in yet. Daly plays it for Pierce. Pierce can't gain the zone. Daly has to retreat. Greenville looks for the steal. It is loose at the Jacksonville line. The Icemen get it back. Savage Lead pass ahead for Lichtenwald. Goes by him. Icing will be called. It was a foot race for the puck, but icing against Jacksonville now with 44.3 seconds to go. Finney back in net again, and it's looking even more grim at this point. Jacksonville was looking for a 3-game sweep of the Greenville Swamp Rabbits today, but it's looking very bleak at this point. Jacksonville wins the draw. 40 seconds to go. Finney heads straight to the bench as soon as they win the draw. Lead pass ahead, deflected over the glass and out of play. And a nice grab by a fan there. With 35.7 seconds to go. It's like a pop-up in the infield. Grabbed by the third baseman in foul territory. So the draw will be in the neutral zone. It's not looking good for Jacksonville here. Finney stays on the bench. 6 skaters on for the Icemen. Elgin Pierce taking the draw for Jacksonville. Greenville wins the draw. Off the glass and out is Chad Duchesne. Tim Daly knocks it away from one man. Greenville gets it back. They are in a delayed offside situation. The Icemen have the puck with just 23 seconds to go. Collier over the blue line. Tries to just throw it towards net. It is deflected around the glass. To the right side, it's Daly. Daly behind the net with 14 seconds to go. Jacksonville just trying to get the puck towards net at this point. Behind the net, it is Erickson looking to center. Still behind the net. Just 5 seconds to go. Pierce with a slap shot. It is blocked. That's been the story of the day. Goes out to center ice, and that will do it. And the Greenville Swamp Rabbits have defeated the Jacksonville Icemen today. Final score is 4-2. Shots on goal in that third period. Jacksonville gets 11. They had 28 for the game. Greenville gets only 2 shots that entire period. They just played defense for the day, or at least for that third period. Their total is 23. Jacksonville with the defeat falls now to 15 wins, 24 losses, 3 overtime losses, 2 shootout losses, still with 35 points. They remain 3 points behind Norfolk in the standings, who also lost today. Greenville, however, gets the victory. 19-22, 3-1 is now their record, and up to 42 points in the standings for Greenville. Next up for the Icemen, homestand continues on Thursday evening at 7:30. The Icemen will host the Atlanta Gladiators both Thursday and Friday night against Atlanta. I'll be here with the play-by-play yet again here for these home games. So come join us next week as the Icemen continue this season-long 7-game homestand. Thanks to everybody involved with this production of this game. Again, final score, Greenville 4, Jacksonville 2. This is Arlie Johnson saying good afternoon, everybody. You've been listening to another production of Jacksonville Icemen Hockey.